Good morning, Simulation Football League. We are live from Mexico City, Mexico to kick off Week 3 of Simulation Football League action. It's 56 degrees and beautiful here in Mexico, and we have an international battle for you on our hands. The London Knights are in town to take on the Mexico City Aztecs. Andy Hamilton along with Gerald Giudice on the call. Gerald, two gunslingers coming into this game. I expect the passes to be high-flying in this one.
Definitely, if you're a fan of ground and pound football, it won't be the game for you. We have Johnny Pickler, number one in completion and attempts so far this season, going up against Matt Wilson, who's number one in completion, attempts, yards, and touchdowns all time. Pickler's averaging 53.5 attempts per football game. So you're going to see a lot of aerial attack here between these two teams.
This is the third meeting between these two teams that takes place here in Mexico, and London coming in as 1-1 in those games. They won the first one all the way back in Season 10, Gerald, 16-10 over the Aztecs. The latest time they were here was in Season 14. The Aztecs won 56-28 in that matchup. London coming in looking for their first win, trying to get it on the road. Mexico City trying to improve to 2-1 and grab their second win after they beat Fort Worth in Week 1. And there's the man, Gerald, that we were talking about in the pregame. Johnny Pickler, 53 attempts last week, and we're not sure if that's the best recipe for success, but when he's completing 83% of them, I mean, hey, what more can you ask for?
Now, if you're completing, and he's completing 78 or 76% of his passes for the season, so if you're throwing that many attempts, you need to have a great completion percentage, and he does so. Robert Merrill, like you said, the lack of the run game, 19 carries so far for the season, as compared to 52 for Phoenix Jones.
Mexico City will start with the football. They will bring it out to the 26-yard line, and we are ready to get this thing kicked off. It'll be Matt Wilson who leads the way out for this Mexico City offense. And, Gerald, we know just about everything we can know about Matt Wilson.
Matt Wilson, as you can see, a lot of the highlighted completions, attempts, yards. And over his career, he still has a 70% completion percentage. Absolutely amazing.
He is the guy, and there's no doubt about that at quarterback, the one everyone looks up to, and he'll start by throwing it out to the right side. That's good for 8 right off the rip.
Right off the shoot, hitting one of his favorite targets, the tight end. Mike Dagg throw it to the tight end. It's a nice gain of 8 yards and makes it 2nd and 2.
Mike Daggs and Matt Wilson go way back as friends off the field, and on the field they are quite the pair as well. Always something that defenses have to prepare and look out for. Then there's Phoenix Jones, who will run right up the middle, first down yardage out to the 44 of the Aztecs.
And talk about another key player to this Mexico City offense is that number 21, Phoenix Jones, had 18 carries for 98 yards and a touchdown last week. And then for his fullback, you have the Hall of Famer, Ray Bentley.
Jones, kind of the epitome, Gerald, of getting the job done. Not necessarily blows you away with yards per carry each year, but he gets on the board and gets in the end zone, and he gets stuffed on that one. He'll lose 2 yards going backwards.
Great tackle there by the free safety, Anthony Wyo makes a great play there on the outside. Because if he would have broke that tackle on the outside, there was a lot of green in front of him.
2nd and 12. Heavy formation here, which leads me to believe that this might be a run play, but you never know. They'll give it up the middle. That is Phoenix Jones again. Jones fighting through tackles, picks up 6 of the 12 that they needed. 3rd and manageable.
Just kept those legs turning. Got hit like just about at the line of scrimmage, and then just keeps those legs turning and gains 6 yards to make a manageable 3rd and 6 here for Aztecs.
Dwayne Schindler and Zach Holdorf running the stats truck for us from St. Louis. Appreciate you gentlemen for keeping us on our toes. 3rd and 6 for Wilson. He's on his toes, and he fires down the middle for first down yardage. Nick Lockett hauls it in at the 25 and flips the field.
Great throw there. Just great patience in the pocket there by Wilson. Hits Lockett deep. They continue their success on 3rd down conversions. Coming into this game, they were 62%, top 10 in the league.
Lockett had a good game last week, just the 2 grabs for 22 yards, but I heard his name a lot in that Corsairs game. Hand up the middle, and that is good for 5 to, that's Phoenix Jones again right up the middle.
Nice mixture of run and pass here for the Mexico City Aztecs on their first drive, keeping the London Knights defense off balance, taking some decent gains here on first down.
You got to pick up that first down yardage if you're going to keep the drive moving. Mexico City has done that. They took the ball right off the opening kick, have possessed it ever since. Wilson fires again down the middle. Another catch, another first down. And yet again, that is Nick Lockett out to the 10 of London.
Already matching his totals from last week with 2 catches. Just a great offensive line. They're just making a pocket, just making a great throw. For only Lockett can get it, and that just shows the talent of one Matt Wilson.
Nick Lockett, second-round pick, 43rd overall, playing out of Annapolis. There's a couple rookies on this offensive unit. We'll go through the full unit a little bit later in our broadcast. Give up the middle. That's Jones again. Jones pile drives his way to the 4.
Again, just keeping those legs turning. He was hit at the 7 and just kept full dodging forward to get that extra 3 yards to make it 2nd and 4 I think they can get a first down inside the 1.
Defense of the Knights trying to keep Mexico City out of the end zone. Here is a give up the middle. Jones stood up and dropped. 3rd and goal.
Big play there by one of the defensive linemen. That was number 59. That was Selwyn Lane coming up with a big stop here. And here comes a big 3rd down here for London.
This is going to be the 10th play of the Mexico City drive. Matt Wilson has done it through the air. Jones doing it on the ground. Nice mix here. This one will be a throw. Wilson fires out. Jones will walk it in, and Mexico City takes their opening drive right down the field. 10 plays for a touchdown.
Wide open. How do you let Phoenix Jones ball thrown a little bit behind him? Great adjustment to catch that football, but there wasn't a London Knight within 10 yards of him. About the easiest touchdown that Phoenix Jones is going to get in his career. And that puts Mexico City up 6-0 early.
And they will send on the extra point unit. And Gerald, what a drive from Mexico City to get the thing done. Matt Wilson goes 5 of 5, 53 yards, and the score. Nick Lockett had 2 grabs, Dags had a grab, and Phoenix Jones 7 touches, 29 yards, and the catch for the score.
I think Phoenix Jones is going to be probably the key player in this game because with London throwing the ball as much as they do, Mexico City can just kill that clock with running Phoenix Jones and throwing out those swing passes to Phoenix Jones. Let's see if London's offense can come back here and answer Mexico City's early drive.
This kick is away, and they will take a knee. 5,545 miles separate these two franchises. A long 12-hour flight was what the London Knights took to get over here to Mexico City, and now it is time for Johnny Pickler to step to the plate and see what he can do with this London Knights offense. First in the league in passing attempts this year, Gerald. Already 107 through 2 weeks.
That's absolutely ridiculous amount of throws. Going over his average of throwing last year.
Has a huge first down to start this one off. Right up the seam. Really nice find. Tiberius Bovine, the veteran.
One of the 4 free agent pickups for this London team. And boy, what a pickup. Tiberius Bovine. What a career he's had. Second in the league in yards gained with just over 12,300. Coming into this ball game, comes up with a humongous catch right there, and they're almost at midfield.
Got to watch out for the 2 tight end head of the snake here in London, Benji Matson and Tiberius Bovine. Man, that is a pair you don't want to run into too often. So got to be careful of that. And then you got some good receivers for London as well. We'll get through their whole offense here in a moment. Flip out from Pickler is caught on the outside. Calia spins and is able to pick up 9. Nice grab by Vin Calia.
Vin Calia with a 9 3/4 yard catch right there. Nice little spin move to stay in bounds and then put the shoulder on to get that extra yardage. Pickler looks on fire here early in this ballgame.
And they need him to be. 5 touchdowns to 7 interceptions this season so far. 5 scores is good for a tie at third in the league. Handoff, left side, plenty of room. Nice run there from Robert Merrill, averaging only 1.5 yards per carry this season, Gerald, but he broke some open space there.
I think he just might have almost doubled his yardage there for the season. Only had 13 carries for only 18 yards last week. I think London needs to get him more involved in the offense to keep maybe the linemen at bay here so they can get some open looks down the middle of the field.
Goes in the book as a 4-yard carry. Here is Pickler again. Flips right underneath. Kalia another grab, and let's take you through this full London Knights offensive unit. Johnny Pickler is the 5th-year man who leads the unit. 1 all-star game for him. Robert Merrill is the halfback. Mike St. Green, Vin Kalia, and Fox Highwind coming over from Mexico City are the receivers. Benji Matson, Tiberius Bovine, the tight ends, and the offensive line, Anthony Anderson and Perrin Ibarra. Here is the give right side. Merrill picks up a couple. It'll be 3rd and 2. They spent their first-round pick on a tackle, Gerald, Anthony Anderson, and so far using him more in pass protection than run help.
Oh, yeah, if you're going to throw the football more than 50 times a game, you definitely have to have a sure offensive line. And he's a big offensive lineman, 6'7", 295.
He'll need him to get some of these defenders out of the way on the Mexico City side. But first, they got to get through 3rd and 2. Pickler, 5-step drop, floats one deep down the middle. That is collected for first down yardage. A huge play. Vin Kalia all over this game.
Garrett Brody and Jermaine Menfield with the tackle, but, I mean, you know that they're coming to throw. They're going to throw the football. You know that. And it's just pinpoint accuracy by Johnny Pickler. Get them at the 5. But what a drive here for London to answer back Mexico City's first drive.
London knocking on the door at the Mexico City 6, trying to match the 6 points that the offense for the Aztecs put up against this defense. 3-4 look here out of Mexico City. They give left side. Merrill trying to find the edge. Tries to spin out of 1. Will not. It'll be 2nd and goal at the 6. Mexico City's Jeffrey Daggs coming up to make the play.
Having the big 2nd and goal here from the Mexico City 5. Throwing the football here. This is where, like you said, the 2 tight end set with Tiberius Bovine and Benji Matson, who only has 6 catches. A little bit underutilized so far this season. Let's see if they can get him the football here.
They do have 2 tight ends out on the field. Merrill is the single back offset just a little bit to the right. Looking to throw it. Pickler takes his time, fires right side, caught, and that is going to be a London Knights touchdown. They drive down the field. They add 6 points, and it is the tight end. That is Sam Lockhart, who stuck in the game.
And Lockhart, the 3rd-string tight end, maybe disguised as a more of a run blocker, comes up with the touchdown catch. And boy, London right down the field. Johnny Pickler says, Matt, 5 for 5 for 53. How about I go 5 for 5 for just under 70?
That's 100% completion percentage and the 100th touchdown pass in Johnny Pickler's career. Congrats to you, young man, on getting it done right here to start this game. Kick up on the way, and we are knotted at 7. Gerald, both teams take their offense right down the field and score. Mexico City needed 10 plays, 72 yards. London, only 8 plays. They went 80 yards.
Just great play from both quarterbacks. Coming in basically the same except for attempts. I mean, look at Pickler, 746 yards. Have Wilson, 737. Both quarterbacks coming into this game with 5 touchdowns and 7 picks. I think turnover is going to be a big factor in this ballgame as well.
Nice return here for Mexico City out to the 28. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game all into one. Teams' strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations, while real-life players compete on this virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, you can visit our website, simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. 3 receivers on the field for Matt Wilson and this Mexico City offense. Right back out, and they find Ray Bentley for first down yardage. The fullback flaring out there.
a Hall of Famer. Ray Bentley coming up there with a great first down. And by both of these offenses are looking fantastic here in the early part of this ballgame.
Wilson, 13 years in the SFL. He finds Ray Bentley, the next most senior guy on this team. He has 10 seasons in the SFL, 4 of which he's gone to the All-Star game. Here is a handoff to Phoenix Jones. He goes up for 8, and let's go through this Mexico City offense. Whoa, hold the phone. Brandon Ewing is down on the ground, Gerald.
Oh, that's a big, big hit there for the London Knights defense. Brandon Ewing had 2 tackles last game, but that could be it. That could be a game that you just, boy, Mike Daggs just absolutely blew him apart on the block. We got to see here. He's going into the tent. We'll see how he comes out here in a little bit.
Man, throw it to the tight end is going to be arrest the tight end if Mike Daggs doesn't calm down here on the outside. What a pancake block. You love to see good blocks like that, but usually they come from offensive linemen. Give up the middle. That is a first down for Phoenix Jones. And now let's take you through this Aztecs offense. Matt Wilson, the quarterback, 13th year in the league. Phoenix Jones playing in his 5th season, 2 of which have been all-star years at halfback. Ray Bentley is the fullback in front of him. Jason Bartley, Nick Lockett, Jacob McCall, T.T. Crystal, and Arain Darby are the receivers. Bill Henry and Mike Daggs surely introduced himself to the world right there with that aggressive knockdown of Ewing. Play action here for Wilson. Pressure coming, and Wilson's buried in the backfield. He'll go down right at around the Mexico City 44. It's a huge play for Selwyn Lane.
Selwyn Lane with a big 8-yard loss. His 3rd and a half sack of the game. He had 2 sacks last game in their loss to Lone Star.
4 receivers wide, 2nd and a country mile. Short drop for Wilson. Pressure coming, throws off his back foot. Dangerous pass. We've seen Wilson do it before, but Roland was bearing down on Matt.
That was an ill-advised pass there, trying to hit Arain Darby there. But let's see what happens here. 3rd and 18. This is not the spot you want to be here if you are Mexico City. You need to get 20 here on this play.
From the 44, they will spread 5 receivers wide and put Matt Wilson alone in the shotgun. London showing blitz. Will they bring it? No, they back out of it. Here's Wilson, though. He shakes off one, is able to get the ball out. It's caught, but not near the first down marker. T.T. Crystal with a catch and a tackle made by London. That's a stop.
Just a great play there on Matt Wilson to avoid the sack and getting the ball to gain some positive yardage. It got the yardage back when he lost on the sack, but it's going to bring out the punting unit and one George Amy.
Amy to kick it away. The London Knights will set up for the return. Here is they'll let it bounce at the 9. This one will be caught at the 5 and drop down at the 6-yard line. Mexico City will pin the Knights back against their own end zone.
Backup cornerback Darian Locke there with the downing of the ball inside the 10. This is where London needs to really, if they want to get ahead in this football game, they really need to start moving the football here. 94 yards to go for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it.
3-4 look here out of the Mexico City defense. They will shift a little bit. Here is the give off the right side. Merrill trying to find the edge. He will get a little bit. He'll pick up 2 on the outside before being wrestled down there.
I like the fact that they're trying to get Merrill more involved in this offense. You're not just relying on the arm of Pickler, but Pickler's been fantastic so far in this game.
Angela Meerkat, the defensive end, is able to adjust and make that play. First round pick, 22nd overall for the Aztecs out of Memphis. 2 in the backfield here. Pickler, short drop, fires on the corner route, caught down the right side. It's a beautiful play design, and Tiberius Bovine makes the grab to the 28.
That will end the first quarter with a great play to Tiberius Bovine. Pickler to Bovine is looking really good so far this season.
Catch there, tackle made by Charbs. That saved potentially a touchdown, the strong safety. And that will be the end of one. 7-7, Mexico City and the London Knights doing battle here south of the border. Andy Hamilton along with Gerald Giudice, Zach Holdorf, and Dwayne Schindler running the stats truck for us. Appreciate you gentlemen for keeping us honest when it comes to the numbers. 1st and 10, gun straight look here for London. From the 28, Pickler will look to throw it. Late blitz coming, is able to evade that and quickly fires outside for a catch and a pickup of 7. Vincalia again.
In my notes, I had here that one of the keys to victory for for London, was to exploit the secondary of Mexico City. They have a couple rookie safeties there, Meerkat and Liam Ryan. See if they can exploit them.
Wilson fires to a wide open tight end. Bovine was just waiting in the middle of the field for it. Good up to the 45-yard line. The veteran getting it done.
It's almost like a long handoff the way Johnny Pickler and the One Knights offense rolls. Just to make these simple 8, 10, 12-yard passes just look routine. They got to shore up the defense in Mexico City.
3-4 look again for the Aztecs, taking on this heavy set, but Pickler alone in the gun will throw, stands in the pocket, fires, a leaping grab is made, and that is Bovine again.
That was a great catch with Ronnie Watson, just laid the stick on him, but held on to the football. And now Pickler 8 for 8 for a $104 so far in the first half.
Two in the backfield, and they will give this one to Merrill off this right side with blockers. Merrill spun back inside, but picks up the first down to the Mexico City 41.
Just absolute amazing run there by Robert Merrill. Got some great blocking on the outside. You saw the seal block there by Bovine, taking out the outside strong safety there. Great run. 4 carries now. Robert Merrill.
They're in a similar formation here on first down. We'll see if they go to him again. 4 down linebackers on the field for Mexico City. Pickler looks to throw this one. That one is caught. Vincalia again. And Gerald, it seems that the key to Mexico City's success might be to just try and get the Vin today.
About it, just amazing. Vincalia is having a great game right now. 4 catches for 47 yards. As you see, the line judge there getting run over. Get out of the way. Just an amazing throw there. And they're not getting any pressure on Pickler right now.
4 receivers wide. 3-2 look here out of the Aztecs. They give right side to Merrill. Merrill shut down. Let's get you through the Mexico City Aztecs defense as we learn about another defensive player. Ewing will be out for the remainder of the game. We'll see him back next week. Angela Meerkat, Skylar Kingsley are the defensive ends. Dan Tritz is the defensive tackle for the Aztecs. Dexter Jackson, Ronnie Watson, and Matt Anderson, the linebackers. Gerard Brody, Jermaine Menafield, Derek Meerkat, Jeffrey Daggs, Ben Charbs, and Liam Ryan round out this defensive unit for Mexico City. Pickler able to get that one away to Merrill, and he is cut down. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Protection once again, able to get the ball out. Robert Merrill brings up a 3rd and 3. Let's see if Mexico City's defense can finally find a way to stop this potent offense of the London Knights.
11 catches, 11 throws for Johnny Pickler. Looking good so far. Here is a 5-step drop. Pressure coming, and he will get dropped in the backfield. The pressure from Dan Tritz gets there and rings home for a sack.
Big play there for Dan Tritz, who has had an unbelievable early career. In his first 2 seasons, he made both All-Star teams. That's 28, now making 29 sacks for his career in just a short time.
First one of the season for Dan Tritz. Only the second one that Mexico City as a defense has recorded this season. Congrats to Mr. Tritz because it knocks London back to a field goal attempt. Kick up, and this one is on the way and good from 40 yards. They send JT Delaney out, and he delivers.
So perfect on the year. 49 of 53 for his career, and it gives London a 10-7 lead. And London hasn't experienced a lot of success on the road. You mentioned their first game, their road win way back in season 10. That was one of just 8 road wins in 50 games.
Kick off, and Mexico City will have a return on this one out across the 20, trying to angle his way. Will get to just the 25 before taking the hit. Do you have a hot take? Want to show your appreciation for the SFL or show some love to your teammates? The league's new show, SFL Crunch Time, wants to hear from you. Post a video on Twitter with your take or shout out. You can use the hashtag SFL Crunch Time, and you may just appear on the show this week. Want more details? DM Josh Circle on Discord. We'll see you in Crunch Time. 6:56 to go here in the first. Wilson will fire out to Phoenix Jones. Jones down the sideline to the 38, a first down.
Tanner Hendricks gets bowled over by Phoenix Jones. Nice pickup for a first down. Just on a little swing pass here. Just wide open spaces, and then he right here just stiff arms him down and throws him down to get some extra yards there. Great play there by Phoenix Jones.
Both quarterbacks looking good. Wilson, only the one incompletion. And the difference right now is Phoenix Jones. He's the one getting going for Mexico City. London could not replicate that with Merrill. We'll see what Mexico City does here, finding themselves down by 3. 4 receivers wide. London showing blitz. They will back out of it. Here's Wilson to throw. Floats one backside corner. That one's caught. It's a foot race. Down the right side. It's a Rain Darby to the 26 of London.
Great tackle by Berkeley St. Green to prevent a touchdown. But what a throw here. Now, both of these defenses can get torched. They're average. That's just a great route. But as I was saying, both of these teams are giving up 35 points plus a game. So you know both of these teams are going to be getting to the end zone. But what a play that just to confuse the secondary to leave him wide open.
Darby and TT Crystal, 2 draft picks, both 5'10", Gerald. Not the tallest receivers, but you saw Darby's speed there, and that's what made him a Mexico City pick. Handoff up the middle. Jones bruising the defense, picks up 9.
There are 3 rookies on this offense. We already mentioned Nick Lockett along with TT Crystal and Rain Darby. They built their team through the draft this year. They had 6 draft picks, and all of them have been playing well. But going back to Phoenix Jones on that play, just an amazing run there for 9 yards to bring up 2nd and 1.
London only had 1 draft pick on their side. They went with the offensive lineman. Here's the give up the middle. Jones still on his feet, down to the 10.
Great lead block there by Ray Bentley to spring him. And Phoenix Jones having a day right now. 9 carries for 49 yards. That's going to bring up a 1st and 10 here at the 10. They can get a first down, I think, at the 2-inch line, the way it looks like.
That would be correct. 1st and 10, 5 minutes to play here in the second. Wilson, short drop, fires underneath, caught. That is Bill Henry. Henry picks up 4.
Henry not used in this offense too much. Only came in here with 2 catches and 12 in his career. Basically a blocking tight end for Phoenix Jones. It comes up with the grab there to bring up 2nd and goal to 6.
London trying to get a stop here and hold Mexico City to just 3 to keep it a tie game. 3-3 look out of the Knights. Here's the give. Jones up the middle. That's not doing. London was there relatively quickly to bring him down.
Number 99, Kelly Mack Scarborough there filling the hole for Phoenix Jones to go nowhere. And it's a big 3rd and 5 here for the London Knights defense. Can they hold Mexico City out of the end zone?
This play might weigh heavily on the outcome of this game. The difference between 3 and 7 points looms large. Wilson under pressure, sidearm throw! Complete! Mike Daggs for 6 for the Aztecs.
Mike Daggs, touchdown number 58 of his career. And what a throw by Matt Wilson. Pressure coming, just changes his arm angle just a little bit and just finds his way right there to Mike Daggs. What a throw, just over the shoulder pad of Telly Mack Scarborough, and Mexico City takes the lead.
When in doubt, Matt Wilson finds one of his favorite targets for 6 points, and the Aztecs counter the 3 points of London with 7 of their own. Well, and Gerald, we said it before, this was going to be the game of gunslingers, and so far, Matt Wilson has the slight edge, but still a whole lot of football to be played.
Yeah, a whole lot of football to be played. He has a touchdown pass there. The Dags, look at the quarterback play right now. Matt Wilson, 13 of 14 for 142 and a touchdown. Johnny Pickler, 11 for 11 for 131 and a touchdown. Both averaging over 10 yards an attempt. Both quarterbacks over 140 QBR.
14-10, Mexico City on top of London. The Knights will have 4 minutes to work with. After they set up off of this return, they get out to the 26-yard line, and that is where Johnny Pickler will lead this offensive unit back out. Robert Merrill today, 6 carries, 19 yards. Gerald, I didn't expect to see him running so well right out of the gate.
No, you'd have said that he would have had 6 carries by now. I would have said there's no way, because Pickler's averaging 50 plus passes, as you mentioned before. Right now, only at 11 attempts.
He will look to throw. Pickler will. Fires on the corner route. That's caught! Oh, down the sideline! We will see you later! Vincalia for 6. Right off the rip, the first play on the drive.
And they had 4 minutes. They basically used about, 20 seconds. What a throw there by Pickler. Great catch by Calia. Just outmaneuvering the defender there.
Oh.
And then just outruns Watson. There's no chance that Watson's going to catch him as he goes to the end zone, into the paint. It's just like that. London retakes the lead.
Mossed him right over the top, and it adds to Johnny Pickler's incredible day. 205 yards through just 2 quarters, and we're not even done with the second.
Unreal. Basically a 10-second touchdown drive. Amazing.
Delaney on to try and add this extra point. Came over from Tulsa in the offseason, and he will put this one up and through. It is now 17-14. London goes right back on top of Mexico City. The Aztecs found themselves back in the lead and then immediately fall right back down by 3, Gerald.
It's just an amazing... London's offense is just absolutely amazing to see how many different ways they can get different receivers in the ball game. I mean, you look at the London Knights receiving core. There isn't a player. There's 6 players that are between 11 and 17 catches. So they like to spread the ball around greatly.
Well, they like to spread the ball around during the season, but today, Gerald, it's been all Vincalia and Tiberius Bovine, the only 2 players with receptions that are a receiving threat, not a running back. 6 for Vincalia for 137. Bovine has 4 for 57. Pickler has been very selective in who he's throwing to today, and the matchups favor wide receiver 1 and tight end 1.
Definitely hurting in Mexico City secondary.
Here is Wilson trying to counter. Will fire outside. Phoenix Jones through 1, through 2. Oh, a little bit of finesse and a little bit of power, and Phoenix Jones has the first down.
That's what makes Phoenix Jones so special. Like you said, a little bit of finesse there to get away from the first tackler, and then all of a sudden just puts the shoulder down and absolutely blows up Jack Russell. Gains about 4 extra yards, getting to the 41-yard line with just over 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go.
Two tight ends on the field, 2 receivers top of the screen, 3-3 look here out of the London Knights, 2 safeties. They will bring 4, and this one is a throw underneath, immediate catch, immediate tackle. That one was not really going anywhere.
Benny Roberto, the big outside linebacker there with the stick on Jacob McCall, the leading receiver for the Mexico City Aztecs, also second in receptions, third in yards, and first in touchdowns coming into this ball game.
2 backs in the backfield, 3-3 look again out of the London Knights. Wilson will give to Ray Bentley right up the middle. Oh, Bentley with plenty of room. There were 6 men in the box, and Ray Bentley said, "I will see you guys past the first down marker."
Manuel Blackman comes up with the stick, but not until the wily veteran Ray Bentley just comes right up there, knows he's going to take a hit, and just absolutely puts his shoulder down. Once again, as you see Jack Russell there on the ground, getting beat down by these fullbacks and halfbacks by the Mexico City Aztecs.
If there's one thing Ray Bentley is never afraid of, Gerald, it's taking a hit. 1st and 10 at the 48. Here is the give. Phoenix Jones right up the middle. Jones takes a hit, delivers a hit. Oh, down to the 34.
Unbelievable run. Once again, getting blown up. I believe that was Jack Russell. You saw the big run there by Ray Bentley, and then the great blocking there by Ray Bentley, as you can see, coming up with the big stick there. Is number 28, Emmanuel Blackman, but not until they got a first down, and they are chucking out right now at the London 34.
Never send a boy out to tackle the man in Phoenix Jones. He rumbles his way down to the 34. Bunch formation here. Play action for Wilson. Wilson stands in the pocket and delivers a 6-yard completion, and that will be the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the second quarter. London 17, Mexico City 14. So far, Gerald, only one incompletion from any quarterback. Matt Wilson is the one with it. Pickler, perfect so far. Wilson, only the one throw away. Give right side, and that one is stuffed. Phoenix Jones not going anywhere on that one. The blocking did not hold up.
It's going to bring up a big third down here for the Mexico City Aztecs offense. Let's see if they can convert here just under the 2-minute warning.
3rd and 5 from the 29. Shotgun look for Wilson. 4 receivers wide. Dime look here out of London. They run a stunt. Wilson fires wide open receiver for first down yardage and a little bit more. That completion is good to Jacob McCall.
Mentioned his name earlier, number 1 in touchdowns coming into this game with 3 for the season, averaging 18 yards a carry. That's Mexico City's 4th third down conversion in 5 attempts.
McCall, as they talked about last week, is really a great story of perseverance in the league. Sat behind a lot of great receivers, finally getting his shine. This one, flip out Bill Henry. Speaking about sitting behind great receivers, Henry, the second tight end for Mexico City, picks up 2.
I would like to have that thing. Oh, you're our second best tight end. You're behind Mike Dagg. It's unbelievable to be behind that kind of a career player. Bill Henry's having a great game so far. 2 catches for 6 yards.
Shotgun look, split pro against a 3-3 out of the London Knights. Wilson will have to face 4 in the blitz. This one, quick throw, quick catch to the outside. Jason Bartley with the grab.
Brings up a 3rd and 4 here. It gets out of bounds to stop the clock with 51 seconds. 4 of 5 right now for Mexico City on 3rd down. As you can see, this current drive is coming up here. It's going to be the 10th play of the drive. Let's see if Matt Wilson and this offense can pick up another first down.
2 receivers top of the screen, 2 tight ends to the bottom. Jones is the back against the nickel look out of London. Here's Wilson on a short drop to throw. Pressure in his face. Fires to the end zone to Mike Daggs for 6 points.
They connect for the 2nd time in this ball game for touchdowns. And once again, Matt Wilson standing tough, finding Mike Daggs in the end zone. UCC Wilson just getting bared down upon once again. The safety blanket, the tight end, throw it to the tight end, Mike Daggs, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 3rd of the season, and it puts Mexico City back on top, 20-17.
Wilson stood in the pocket and delivered the sidearm pass. And Gerald, we talked about this tight end unit of London with Benji Matson and Bovine both being threats. Well, it's the Mexico City tight end room that's doing the damage today. Mike Daggs and Bill Henry getting it done.
Mike Daggs, 3 catches for 24 yards, but has 2 touchdowns. Then both quarterbacks having a first half. Matt Wilson, 22 of 23 for 204. Pickler, 12 of 12, 205.
Mexico City will kick it off, and London, now down again, will get the football back. These two teams trading punches in this heavyweight battle.
I mean, the last time London had the ball, they had such a time-consuming drive. What was it? One play, 74 yards. We'll see what happens here. 44 seconds and the full complementary of timeouts.
Tight end flex here. 3-4 look out of the Mexico City Aztecs. Give up the middle, and that one is just good for 3. It'll be 2nd and 7, and London, for all the throwing that they do, Gerald, was not interested in chucking it deep down the field here with very little time left before the half.
Surprises me that Matt Anderson, the rookie third-round pick from Memphis, on the stop right there. You see Vincalia having a day, 6 for 6 for a $137.
Here is Pickler, now on a 7-step drop. Will chuck the ball deep down the middle! Oh, Vincalia again! How do they let him keep getting open?
Just absolutely getting behind the secondary. I don't see how Vincalia was the 7th catch of the first half. And I guess they figured he had inside help and did not. As Brody makes the tackle, but Tyrion Hendricks making. No, I'm sorry, I did have it right. Jared Brody making the tackle, and now they're actually in field goal range here.
All it takes is one throw from London, and they will bring the kicker out right away. JT Delaney, with 8 seconds left in the half, will try and add a field goal for the London Knights to cut it to a 1-point game. Snap back, hold down, kick up and on the way. Does it have the distance? It does! From 52, JT Delaney knocks it right through.
His second field goal of the game makes it a 1-point game. And I think it might have been smart to run just to see if, to catch. Maybe they lulled Mexico City's defense to sleep. That's why they got that big pass to Vincalia. And the big thing is, London gets the kickoff to begin the second half. So, get within 1 here is actually a pretty smart move there by the London Knights offense.
JT Delaney with the guts and the kick to put them within 1 point of the boys and girls in green and red. That return will not go the distance. It'll be 21-20 as your halftime score. The Mexico City Aztecs have welcomed the London Knights here into Mexico City, and it has been a battle since the opening whistle. Gerald, these two teams going at it. I mean, there's so much to break down here.
Oh, there's so much to break down. You'll see the stats coming up right here. Look at the passing yards, 243 passing yards for London, and both of these quarterbacks, 35 of 36 combined. Mexico City has hit everybody with the receiver. Bartlett, Lockett, Paul, Crystal Darby, Henry, Daggs, Jones, even Bentley with catches. Jones 13 carries for 69 yards, leading that category. His counterpart, Robert Merrill, 7 carries for 22 yards in the first half. He had 18 of all the last game. Vincalia, 7 for 7 for a $173 and a touchdown. The other touchdown went to the backup tight end, Sam Lockhart. And for Mexico City receiving wise, you have Mike Daggs with 2 and Phoenix Jones with 1. It's going to be an offensive firepower. We said that before, as we see the big touchdown catch there by Vincalia for 74 yards. I think this is going to be a thing where whoever has the ball last might win the football game.
Definitely a possibility, as we've seen Phoenix Jones lay some hits. We saw Kalia moss someone. These two teams and their stars are going at it. Gerald, the difference, I think, is Mexico City being willing to take the open receiver. Johnny Pickler says, forget the open receiver. It's either 19 or it's Tiberius Bovine 89.
Yeah, but say that, but it looks like Kalia's wide open on nearly every single throw. And They gotta find a way. The secondary of Garrett Brody, Benefield, Eric Meerkat, Tag, Charles, Liam Ryan need to find a way to stop Vincalia. Like I said, it's only a two-receiver show. Tight end Tiberius Bovine and Vincalia, the wide receiver. They need to find some way to stop those two.
We'll see if they can do it right away as London will start with the football. Return here out across the 20. Over-under set by Jack's data on this game, 54.5. If you're a halftime bettor, I would bet the over. We're close. We're close already, and we still have a whole 22 minutes of football to play. Andy Hamilton, Gerald Giudice on the call for this one from Mexico. Dwayne Schindler and Zach Holdorf running the stats for us. Cameron Irvine producing the game behind the scenes. And all of you watching at home, 91 viewers right now. We're glad to have each and every one of you. Pickler fires, caught. First down yardage again. 19, Vincalia once again.
That's number 8 on the game. It's like I said, it's just like a long handoff. Just pitch and catch. Like it's on a practice field. Great route there. As you saw, he actually had Tiberius Bovine breaking free out to the sideline. A hit Vincalia. 8 catches for 186.
3 down linemen, 4 linebackers for the Mexico City Aztecs. They will shift a little bit. Tight end flex here for London. Pickler wants the deep ball and throws an interception. The deep play is punished. It's the pick there by Gerard Brody. No, excuse me, that's Ben Charbs with the pick.
Been charged with his first interception of the year, 5th in his career, and that's what both of these quarterbacks can do. When you throw the ball as much as these two, sometimes it's going to end up in the hands of the defense. That's Pickler's 8th interception, and that's a big-time defensive play for Mexico City.
It was the one thing that London was hoping Pickler could not do. Forget the incompletions. Just don't throw it to the boys in green and red, and he does so there. Mexico City takes right back over, and they're up to their own 49 with 1 run.
Yeah, I had 2 keys to the game for Mexico City. One was that man, Phoenix Jones, to kill the clock, and the second one was to win the turnover battle, and they are doing so 1-0 right now. That's a big interception there for Mexico City.
London in season 17, 16th in the league. They turned the ball over 31 times, and they are already up to 8 turnovers this season. That one, another first down run. That one from Ray Bentley.
Yeah, 30 of those 31 interceptions, 30 of the 31 turnovers were interceptions courtesy of Johnny Pickler, who threw for 37 touchdowns as well. So sometimes you play with fire, sometimes you're going to get burned.
Yeah, 3rd most in the league that season, 3rd most this season so far coming into week 3. But the pick is the thing that gives it to the Aztecs, and this Aztec offense is pretty good at converting turnovers into points. That's kind of been their bread and butter as they've been a franchise, is take advantage and control the clock.
And when your first losing season goes all the way back to season 6, you know how to turn turnovers into points, and those turn into winning seasons.
Season 6, I think, was my first season in the league, if that gives you some context there, Gerald, for how long that has been. And I've worked my way all the way up to owning a team in that time frame. So the Aztecs, quite the franchise, quite the history of success for Mexico.
And Mexico City, I mean, they've been in the playoffs the last 11 seasons straight. I don't know if that's an SFL record, but man, just great consistency here by Mexico City Aztecs.
2 in the backfield. Here's Wilson looking to throw it. Sidearm throw. Oh, he hits the referee, and it's caught. First down yardage there. Wow, what a snipe there from Wilson.
It's just a great catch. Look, he was going to throw it away. Just the referee gets involved there. I think that was the line judge again, number 43. It's the second time he's been on the ground today. Just another great throw for Wilson, and it gets him inside the red zone.
Bartley ran that route right at the judge there, and It almost looked for a second like that was what Wilson was using as the target to throw. Here is another short drop from the 16. Wilson fires out. That is another catch for Bartley, and he'll be up to the 7.
This time he's at the 7 and doesn't hit a line judge there. Doesn't hit the guy in stripes. Well, he could have hit the sideline guy there. But great throw. Just a nice little easy pitch and catch to gain 8 yards. 2nd and 2. And here comes Mexico City once again.
Wilson has thrown the ball 25 times. They've ran it 16. Nice little spread there. Pretty even. 2 in the backfield. They'll run it again. Here is Jones on the carry, and Jones wrapped up and brought down. Telemac Scarborough was one of the first on the scene, along with Jeff Gagne.
And then you have an unbelievable play there by Tony Roberto coming up there with the stop. Just missed the blocks on the outside. Come up to a big 3rd and 3 here. A touchdown really puts the game on ice right now, I believe. Let's see what happens.
Henry and Bentley back in the backfield. They will give it offset left here. And Jones stuffed again. London comes up with a stop. That's Scarborough.
Big time stop there by Telemac Scarborough to force Mexico City to punt. The touchdown there would have made it a 28-20 game. Now they get it, hold them to a field goal here to make it 24-20 with the chip shot here from Cole Varner.
Cole Varner out. Struggled a little bit last week in Queen City. Was playing in the snow, though. Here in sunny Mexico, he prefers that grass and footing, I'm sure. 25-yard kick is up and good. Mexico City extends the lead off of the Johnny Pickler interception, 24-20. Now a full 1-score lead.
They probably wanted to punch it in the end zone right there, but still end up getting 3 points. Like you said, Cole Varner, uncharacteristically 1 for 3 last week. He was good from 34. Now it's back on the arm of Johnny Pickler. Can he lead the London Knights to a score here to get them within 1 or possibly take the lead?
Return here off this left side. Woo. Fox Highwind trying to make a difference in this game. Has only been targeted once, no catches, and that return looked dangerous.
Yeah, he had that one touchdown, that one move there. On tackle, he was looking like he was going to go. As you see the averages, look at average yards per play for London, 10.7. And look at the scoring drives, 4 for 6 for London, 4 for 5 for Mexico City.
Here is Pickler, going to dump it out to Merrill off that right side with room. Merrill spins again, back inside. Merrill still on his feet, down the right side, a little shake and bake to the 47.
That's in the Mexico City territory, and how he wasn't tackled at the first down marker is unbelievable. As you see here, he makes 1, 2, 3 miss, and absolutely runs Jackson down. Runs Jackson to the sideline. Jackson finally had the angle to catch him from behind, but wow, what a throw and a catch there by Robert Merrill, and gets him in Mexico City territory. And here come the Knights.
Someone's got to clip that one for the London locker room. What a play from Merrill to turn that 8 or 9 yard completion into a first down and more. Weak eye tight end flex here against a 3-4. Here is the give off the right side. Merrill with a little bit of room. That spin will not work twice in a row. Visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net, where you can find links to apparel from Sector 6, the official apparel provider of the Simulation Football League, and SFL mini helmets from 97 Sports Promotions. Sector 6 features replica team jerseys and completely customized jackets, flags, t-shirts, and more. Get the gear the fans wear with Sector 6, 97 Sports Promotions, and the SFL. Pickler fires outside. That is caught, and Benji Matson makes an appearance in the game. Pickup of 8. First receiver, not named Merrill, Bovine, or Calia, to catch a pass today.
Yeah, great throw there. Great open field tackle. He's going to try to run around the outside. It brings up a big 3rd and 2 here. I think they're just on the range of JT Delaney, but they need to get a first down here.
2 tight ends set here. 3-4 look out of the Aztecs. Here is Pickler. Quick throw, quick catch. Mike St. Green enters the game. Hello, young fella.
Great play call. Just a little quick slant there. No time to get any pressure on Pickler. Easy pitch and catch for a quick first down.
Down by 4. London trying to drive probably on the edge of field goal range, if not in it. JT Delaney hit from longer earlier. Here's Pickler to throw. Time, fires, outside. Benji Matson, short of the sticks, but still a nice grab.
Getting about 9.5. You can't give any quarterback that much time, especially Johnny Pickler, and the way this offense is going. You see that. Look at the stats. 17 of 18, 94.4 completion percentage, and still averaging 16.1 per attempt.
The one blemish on the record is the interception. Here's the give. Right side, Merrill strung out and not going to get there. He'll go backwards. A loss of 3 on the play. Matt Anderson was back there along with Menefield.
Great defensive play to string Merrill out to the side and let those speedy Mexico City linebackers secondary come up with the stop. You set a big third down last drive for Mexico City. This is a big one here for London.
Pickler fires short. Merrill is going to have to fight for it, and he will not get there. Jeffrey Daggs lays him down and says, "Not today, young fella."
Merrill kind of not happy with that kind of a high hit there by Daggs, but a great stand here for the Mexico City defense. We haven't said that too much in this game. Great stands by defenses. But it's going to bring out Delaney here for a 42-yard attempt.
Yeah, if you like defense, you might be at the wrong game. The Louisiana-Tulsa game is a little bit tighter in terms of what defenses are doing than this one. JT Delaney on here. High snap, corrals it, kick is up, and this one from Delaney is good from 42. JT Delaney so far has looked really good at the kicking spot.
Believe that man, young man is 3 for 3. High snap, corralled there beautifully by the backup quarterback, Arthur Pendragon. Gets that ball down, and it's an easy kick when JT Delaney puts it right in the net. And it's now again a 1-point game here with just under 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Man, this has been a great ball game and a great showcase by 2 really good quarterbacks.
Yeah, Gerald, I'm not sure of the origin of JT, but I would assume that it stands for just 3, because he's pretty good at just kicking 3-point field goals today. Short kick on the kickoff. Return out across the 25. Oh, walloped. Oh, baby. Who was that?
That was the backup tight end who has a touchdown in this game. Sam Lockhart just comes up and absolutely blows up Nick Lockett.
Hey, Sam, what's the best game of your career? Well, I got a touchdown, and then I wrecked someone on the return. Oh, man, big day for Sam. 1st and 10 from the 28, Mexico City trying to re-extend their lead. Wilson will flip it out here. Phoenix Jones stood up and dropped right in front of the London bench.
Great tackle there by Tanner Hendricks, not letting him gain the extra yards like he seems to be doing pretty much this whole game. Didn't get able to get his shoulder down and gain those extra yards. He's going to bring up a 2nd and 6 here at the 32.
Little over 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. 2 in the backfield for Matt Wilson. 4 down linemen for London. Short drop. Wilson fires. Mike Daggs caught and tackled by his belt at the 41.
When they need a first down, they need a big play. Wilson looks to number 83. Just a great, just a little short over the middle catch. And gets the first down. Look at that. 20 for 21 for 204.
Bunch formation, 3-3 look here out of London. Play action from Wilson. Wilson with time throws. Oh! Almost made the grave mistake over there for London, trying to make a play on the football, but could not wrap his hands around it. Oh, man, that would have been a turning point.
The backup cornerback, Berkeley St. Green, could have made a humongous difference in that ball game. I think with if he would have picked out, I think that would have been a pick 6. There would have been nobody to stop him.
And he would have had just as many catches as the other St. Green today. Mike, with only 1 grab on the offensive side, could not wrap his hands around that one. Mike St. Green still has the bragging rights in the St. Green household so far.
See a run there for 4 yards by Phoenix Jones, coming up with 3rd down and 6. And it's one of those few times that Mexico City gained yards on first down to make their third downs easier. That was a big play by the defense. Can they make another one here on 3rd and 6?
Bunch formation. They've ran play action out of this one. They'll do it again. Wilson, pressure in his face, tries to evade. Oh, and he's walloped in the backfield. Oh, the hit, the pressure, and he drops, losing about 7 or 8 yards. It's Lane there.
The second sack of the ball game.
Look at this.
That's just a big, just plays the shoulder into Matt Wilson. And London's defense stands tall and stops him. As you can see, it's Elwin Lane. That's, like I said, the second sack, 5 tackles for the game. None bigger than that one right there for the London Knights.
And the guard, Dante Dangerfield, sure put danger on the field by not blocking Selwyn Lane there. And Matt Wilson pays the price. Return here, only out to the 26. London's offense with a chance to retake the lead.
Now it's up to the arm of Johnny Pickler to see what they can do here to get in scoring range. 18 of 19 for 294 is one Johnny Pickler, but they're in a run formation here on first down.
2 receivers, bottom of the screen, 2 backs in the backfield. They will give it off the right side to Merrill. Merrill, oh, he got hit too. I tell you what, Gerald, they're starting to hit down there.
You just read my mind. I'm just getting ready to say, Mennefield coming up with a big hit. They're starting to hit now. Both defenses starting to make marks on the opposing team's helmets here. Comes up with a 2nd and 8.
The pads are popping. Last play of the third, most likely. Give right side, Robert Merrill with room. Merrill first down, tackled from behind at the 39. Nice burst of speed from the former wide receiver.
Great run there for Merrill, who's basically in this game has equaled his season total for the first 2. 12 carries for 38 yards. Coming into this game, he had 19 carries for 28 yards.
That will take us to the end of the third. A 1-point game here in Mexico. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Simulation Football League on Twitch, and we have a whole 11 minutes to decide who wins this one. Andy Hamilton, Gerald Giudice on the call. Dwayne Schindler and Zach Holdorf running the stats truck for us, keeping track of these 2 quarterbacks with great play today. Cameron Irvine producing behind the scenes. Flip outside. That is Merrill, who will get cut down after picking up 2.
Big hit there. The outside linebacker, Ronnie Watson, on Merrill brings up a 2nd and 8. And both of these teams have been hitting in the second half. And believe it or not, executing very well offensively.
Pickler, pretty good today, short of the 1 interception that he would like to have back. Strong eye tight end flex here against the 3-4. Pickler looking to throw it, fires deep down the field. That one's tipped up and incomplete. The linebacker could not wrap his hands around it. Dexter Jackson was the one it was deflected towards.
Looking for Vin Calia deep. They've been having success with that play. First pass of Johnny Pickler that actually hit the dirt. He had 20 straight throws. One was that interception, but it looks like it was a great play there. And by Jeffrey Daggs, knocked that ball down. Big 3rd and 8 coming up here for London.
Defense is starting to clamp down in this one. Here is Pickler going to fire on the outside. That is well short of the sticks. Mike St. Green's 2nd grab today, but could not find the first down marker. It'll be 4th down.
Great defensive stop by Mexico City. He was open on the side, just could not get his shoulders turned to get upfield. Now it's going to be the battle of field position. Let's see how well the special teams for London can do. Can they pin Mexico City deep in the territory?
Punter is on, and Mexico City will look to try and set up for the return, although you never know just how these punts could go. Snap back was a little high. Punter corralled it. Kick is off. Mexico City trying to line it up. Here will be the return. That will get out to the 23. APM Music, unrivaled music to bring your stories to life. Inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. You can explore their library and find the perfect tracks for your projects. Just visit apmmusic.com. I've been on the website. There's some great music there and great music to help keep the SFL sounding next level. Here is the throw to the outside. It'll be good for 2. London has seen that play a couple of times.
They corralled Phoenix Jones there for a 2-yard gain. That's his 23rd touch of this ball game, as you see the stats on the left-hand side of your screen through 3 quarters.
London playing in their 100th total game today, trying to get their first win of the season. Here is the throw across the middle. That one's tipped up. Oh, Mike Daggs just dropped it.
And that's something you rarely see, is Mike Daggs dropping a football. I think he knew he had some yardage to gain there after making that catch, but you got to catch the ball first. Going to bring up a big 3rd and 8. That drop could be a big turning point in this ball game.
Matt Wilson saying, you want me to throw it to the tight end, then you're going to do that? Interesting. 4 receivers wide here on 3rd and 8. Here is the throw from Wilson across the middle, caught, first down, yardage, just enough to move the chains there for Orain Darby.
Orain Darby knew he was going to take a hit, but still managed to corral that football. That was a big, big first down there for Mexico City, not to give the ball straight back to London. Gets them a new set of downs.
Darby, 2 grabs, 46 yards. That leads the Mexico City receivers in terms of yardage on those 2 grabs alone. Wilson moves up in the pocket, floats backside, and tipped away at the last second. What a defensive play from Jack Russell.
Jack Russell, who's been on the losing end of a couple runs by Phoenix Jones, comes up with a big play there. Now they seem to be clamping down on Mike Daggs, who has 2 touchdowns in this ball game. He said, if you're going to beat us, you're not going to throw it to him.
2 in the backfield. Mike Daggs and Bill Henry here standing on this left side. Here is the give off to Jones. Jones with a blocking escort. Oh, but the tackle is made there. One-on-one with a tackle pulling. That's a huge play for London.
Anthony Lyon with a big-time stop, as you said. Had the tackle pull him, but somehow find his way past the blocker to stop Phoenix Jones for only a 3-yard gain. And once again, another big 3rd down conversion here. Mexico City, 6 of 9 in the game.
London playing bump man. Who is your fastest receiver that can get open? Wilson, pressure coming, fires down the middle. Caught! Little stop and go. Huge play for the Aztecs. Jacob McCall.
Again, one right across the middle. And this time, it's the leading receiver, Jacob McCall, coming up big with the first down. Lyle again with the stop. But just a great, just fell right into a little bit of the gap there from the linebacker and the safeties. Great throw there by Matt Wilson. And now they're in London territory.
Yeah, Wilson had to buy time in the pocket by backing up, was able to make it happen. Give Phoenix Jones up the gut for 4.
Another tackle there by number 21, Jack Russell. 2nd and 5. This is where Mexico City is dangerous. They can get this to 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4 with a run there from Phoenix Jones. It just makes this offense just that much more dangerous.
Jones, 4.9 yards per carry. Ray Bentley has 5.5 on his 2 carries. Here's a handoff up the middle. Jones with a good block from Bentley will make it 3rd and a yard before the safety Russell can come up and make the play.
Jack Russell's been huge on this drive defensively for the London Knights. Can he come up with another big play here? 3rd and 1. 7-10. Already converted 2 third downs on this drive.
2 tight ends off to this right side. 2 to the top of the screen receivers-wise. Here is Wilson to throw it. Wilson stands in the pocket, floats on the corner route. One-on-one catch made at the top of the field. That is a huge play for Jason Bartley.
Jason Bartley high points the football better than anybody in this league. As you see, just past the outstretched arm of the defender, goes up and gets it at its highest point. Russell with another tackle, but not until Mexico City gets another first down. And boy, have they executed on this drive perfectly when they need to. 3 for 3 on third downs, amazing.
Four receivers split out. Wilson alone. Short drop, quick throw. Caught! Oh, have a day, Mike Daggs. He held on to that one for his third touchdown of the game.
Daggs with the hat trick somehow catches this one. It was good. I won't drop another one, Matt. Just throw it to me. And he does it right across the middle. A little bit low. Just what a concentration on that football. Not worrying about taking a hit. And it puts them up 7. Extra point pending. This could be an 8-point ball game here with 6:10 to go.
Jeff Gagne got okey-doked in coverage. Gave him the little ha-ha. And Mike Daggs scored a huge play, a hat trick for Mike Daggs. I'm surprised the field isn't littered with caps of fans as this kick is up and good. 31-23 and an 8-point game. Still, though, Gerald, only one score.
Still one score, and since we're in Mexico City, wouldn't that be sombreros on the field, I guess?
Your words, not mine. I am not going to venture out and say that. That can be your hill to die on.
Yeah, it's still one score game, but it's going to take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And here's the thing with London. They can score, and they can score
quick. Correct. Yeah, Vincalia is a dangerous threat. Gerald, get this. Vincalia has 8 catches today. His average yards per reception, 23 yards. Unreal.
When you got a couple, a 40-yarder and that big 74-yard touchdown, he's like 14 short of 2 Bills for the game. You see Robert Merrill, 12 carries for 36 yards. Let's see what Pickler can do here with 6:06 to go in the ballgame. Down a score.
You might want to double 19 on this drive. Here's a deep drop from Pickler. Wants the moon. He's got the moon. Huge play down the middle, all the way into Mexico City territory. It's the Moon Man astronaut, Vincalia himself.
Amazing that they have used that play so much in this game, and it's been paying dividends as he's just wide open. Gets touched down there by Tanner Hendricks, but once again, a humongous play. You see Vincalia, 9 catches on 10 targets, 205 for the game.
It is a wide receiver one if I've ever seen one. And London is going to continue to give him the football as many times as it takes. Deep shot on the corner route. Oh, rising to the challenge is Tiberius Bovine. He's still got hops.
Another tackle there by Jared Brody, but what a catch there by Tiberius Bovine. Comes up, takes the shoulder pad right in the gut. Look at him line him up. And boom, textbook tackle there by Brody. But not until another first down here for London. They are driving. They are just on the outside of the red zone.
And you got to respect. No gloves, no tape. Just put your hand in the dirt and go play football. Deep toss down the middle, tipped up, and picked off! Intercepted again! Mexico City erases the drive from London. A huge pick. That one's Gerard Brody.
Gerard Brody, a couple tackles. It comes up with the big play on the tip drill. Ball was tipped, I believe. That was Dexter Jackson. I was back there on the coverage, tipping the ball in the air, and it's finding its way into the hands of Jared Brody. The second interception for Pickler, and that's a +2 for this Mexico City defense. And that could be a killer here with 5 minutes to go in the game.
5 minutes left in the game. Mexico City, their opening drive went for 4.5 minutes. What can they piece together here? They've also had drives of 3 minutes, 3:44. 3:44 was their last drive. Gerald, they have the chance here, and they have the ability to really take the air out of this game.
If they can take the air out of this game, they can use it by running the ball with that number 21, Phoenix Jones.
And 21 is in the backfield. Ray Bentley stands in front of him. Heavy formation. Here is the give. It's Ray Bentley right up the gut. Bentley, the bowling ball they call him, picks up 5.
Great play. They're using Phoenix Jones as a decoy and then handing off inside to Ray Bentley. Again, another 5-yard gain on first down. It brings up a 2nd and 5 here. And right now the clock is not in favor of the London Knights.
A whole minute has come off the clock just on the last 4 plays. Now 4 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. 8-point ball game if you're just joining us. London's quarterback play with 2 picks has been the difference. Other than that, Pickler has looked really good, and Mexico City, off of that latest interception, is trying to ice the game.
A big third down coming up. 8 for 11 for Mexico City so far. Fantastic on third down. London, you need to find a stop here to get the ball back in the hands of Johnny Pickler.
2 backs in the backfield. Only a 3-3 look here out of London against this formation. Very interesting defense. Bentley stands in front of Phoenix Jones, and Matt Wilson will hand to Phoenix Jones easily. A first down and more, all the way close to midfield.
I'm surprised they didn't take it to the outside left of the line, but that inside just broke wide open as you see some great blocking there by Bentley. You see another great block by the guard, Robert Fett, opening up a hole and gets an easy first down running the football here just on their side of midfield, and that clock now is ticking down to under 3 minutes.
London still has all 3 timeouts, so they have the chance to make a stand, Gerald, but they're going to have to start doing it quickly because Cole Varner has a leg on him, and in Mexico City, he's a pretty good kicker when it's warm. 2 in the backfield. Jones along with Ray Bentley. Another 3-3 look here out of the London Knights. Give right up the middle. Jones bounces off of the first tackle. He'll pick up 3.
And you're going to see a big, healthy dose here of Phoenix Jones. Another first down here will probably ice the game, as we're probably not going to see another play here until the 2-minute warning. Just a fantastic drive right now for Mexico City. Just a clock killer right now.
As a look at Matt Wilson, has played really well today. 27 of 31, 4 scores, and that's what gives Mexico City the 31-23 lead. 2 minutes to play here in the fourth. Let us know in the chat, you think London can pull this out, or will Mexico City finish it off? Andy Hamilton along with Gerald Giudice, Dwayne Schindler, and Zach Holdorf on stats for us. Oh, and an offsides by London.
That is a critical mistake by the defensive end. I believe that was William Davidson. The D tackle gives Mexico City a free 5, and it's going to make it 2nd and I think 2. You can't do that at this stage of the ballgame.
Devastating. Really not what you want. Although, Gerald, I will say, if you're going to do that right after the 2-minute warning is the only time that your coach might let you off the hook for it. However, it does put Mexico City right about 10 yards away from field goal range. Nickel look here out of London. 2 in the backfield. They'll give to Phoenix Jones. Jones has the first down out to the 48 of London, and they will call their first timeout there.
Yeah, coming out of the 2-minute warning might be good, but you give them a chance to get an easy first down. And once again, they do so on the legs of Phoenix Jones, who has 26 carries for $125. And now I think you're going to be seeing a couple more carries here by Phoenix Jones.
A masterclass by Mexico City in how to burn the clock off of a turnover. Give Ray Bentley up the middle. Bentley fighting for every inch. He'll pick up 5.
2nd and 5 now as London uses their 2nd timeout. I think they're about 1 first down away. And we're talking about the ball club is throwing the football here. Matt Wilson has thrown the ball 31 times. Mexico City has run the ball 30 times. Probably going to be number 31 here. So a great balanced attack here by this Mexico City offense.
Two in the backfield. Here's the give to Phoenix Jones. Short of the line to gain. It'll be a huge 3rd and 4 play, Gerald, with all of the implications on the line.
Big 3rd down here for both ball clubs. Mexico City gets the 1st down. It's basically ball game over. London needs a stop here, but even if they get the stop, they still have to go for a touchdown 2-point conversion, barring a field goal by Cole Varner.
Tackle for loss is what London needs. Here is Wilson to throw. Wilson fires outside. Ray Bentley with the 1st down and more out to the 19, and that might do it.
Steps out of bounds, but I don't think they matter right now. Boy, Bentley has come up with some big plays, none bigger than that one, as they get the 1st down and pretty much can put this game on ice. It'll be a chip shot field goal if London if they can get the ball back, which I don't think they're going to be able to here. What a great game-winning drive by the Mexico City Aztecs.
Yeah, usually you say game-winning drive, you mean a touchdown to take the lead for Mexico City. Their game-winning drive was taking 5 minutes off of the clock, and they did it on 10 plays, 62 yards.
Can you believe at halftime, we did not hit the over. The over was 54.5. Right now, I believe we're at 54 points. So
yeah,
Max Data right on top of it once again.
And I said hammer the over, so if you listen to me, that should be a lesson. Never listen to the commentator when it comes to betting. Another kneel down for Matt Wilson. Well, Gerald, they did just about everything they had to do today. They were efficient in the passing game. They didn't turn the ball over. And in the running game, 4.7 yards a carry for Phoenix Jones, 5.3 for Ray Bentley.
147 total yards on the ground for Mexico City, and that was the key. They basically, when you play London, you got to keep Pickler off the field. Pickler came into this game averaging 53.5 attempts a game. They held him to 25.
2 interceptions. Gerard Brody and Ben Charbs also helping make the difference as they took Pickler. I mean, Gerald, before those 2 picks, Pickler, if you take those 2 away, he would be 22 of 23.
Both quarterbacks, the quarterbacks combined to be 50 of 57, 648 yards, 6 touchdowns. Both with a quarter off the QBR over 110. Matt Wilson with a quarterback of 145.8. He's probably going to be your player of the game. 28 of 32 for 304 and 4 scores, but a big win over a team, London Knights.
The Aztecs hold on to secure their 2nd victory. They move to 2-1. London falls to 0-3. They were 6-6 last season, and they already have half of those losses. But Gerald, I tell you what, they look dangerous.
They are dangerous. They just get rid of the 2 turnovers there. And there was one of them right there. The first one by Ben Charbs, which led to the go-ahead field goal. And there's another great throw there by Matt Wilson. Had great throws all day long. Matt Wilson like 28 of 32 for 304. Listen to the receiving from Mexico City. Hartley, 4 for 47. Lockett, 3 for 41. McCall, 4 for 47. Darby, 2 for 46. Mike Daggs, 5 for 46. Scores. Phoenix Jones, 5 carries for 5 pitches for 37 yards. Just a complete balanced offensive attack for Mexico City. Pickler, 22 of 25, as you see the 2nd pick there. That one by Tanner Henderson on the deflection by Texas Jackson. Vin Callahan, 9 catches, 12. Unbelievable game here for London. Great win for Mexico City.
Matt Wilson is your player of the game. 300 yards, 4 touchdowns, and the Aztecs get the win over the London Knights. That is your start to Week 3 of SFL action. I'm Andy Hamilton for Gerald Giudice and our stats team. We want to thank you for tuning in, and Week 3 continues later this evening. Have a good one.